Bedford.
And Pine will go one-on-one against Palace. He takes him to Palace's right. They'll rotate the ball down to Cormack. He'll pick up. Flynn will pick up again at X. Can't tell who that is. But Flynn will take him. He gets over the net. Turn again, and they do get one this time. Goal BC. Goal BC. So that goal is scored by A.J. Kosinski, who I understand is a Middlebury commit. They are pressing Tierney's right-hand side, Harry. So nice, slow, methodical offense here. They're in an open set. Now they bring a crease guy down. And they're going to isolate up top. Again, we got 3 slides there. 3 guys sliding in the middle. 2 first and 1 second coming in. Good cover, though. Good cover. And Rio again picks up the midi up top. And he gets a shot. Now, goal by BC there. Good take by that midfielder. But it looked like Rio thought the slide was coming, and he backed off. And he gave that midfielder just enough space that he was able to get the ball in. And they rotate the ball around. Very, very slow and methodical. They know what they're doing out there. They're going into a 2-2 set now, which is something we haven't seen yet. And again, they'll press the 5x5. He gets his hands free. Tierney comes up with a great save again. And here he's wide open. Green gets a wide open shot with no coverage at all. And that's another BC goal.
That was an unfortunate bounce there because Tierney had made a very good save, but the loose ball came out to the open man, number 5, Green, who just had all day to fire the shot and beat Tierney. He was helpless there on that goal.
They did a great job of covering on the far side on the initial shot. That big. So the Bulldogs will get possession, however, from transition over. And they'll get the ball right into Clark. He's got some space. He goes into another gear and lets it go. That ball goes over everything, net, goal, post, and everything, Harry.
The goaltender, is it McNeil in goal for them?
No, that's Hagen.
Hagen, he was able to get a stick on that shot. There we go.
And the Bulldogs come right in on a quick whistle and get
Cusack.
it to Cusack, and Cusack comes into the 5x5 like we saw BC do in the first 3 shots of the game, and he gets the Bulldogs' first tally of the day. So at the 8:16 mark of the second quarter, Bedford finally gets on the board. So 3-1, BC over Bedford.
And that goal came quickly off the timeout there.
Indeed. Good for the Bulldogs to recognize that that was a quick whistle situation, and they got the ball right in and got their guys set. So Tucci on the faceoff. He's getting some resistance on that. He had won that to himself. And we're going to get a push call here on the Bulldogs. They had a 3-man gang on the BC ground ball player. And right at the 50-yard line, they're going to get a call here. So we're going to see BC High on their first man up. So let's see who that was called on. There was a group of 3 players. It looks like it's going to be actually Zach Tucci, the faceoff man there. They converged well on that, though. They should have come out of that with the ground ball, Harry.
Another case of failing to come up with the ball in the scrum.
Yep, three guys there, and the BC High player won the battle. So BC goes into a 3-3 set. Just their big guy out there, number 10, Andrew Helfrich, is their crease guy, and they'll rotate out, and Green will get a shot about 10 yards out, and that sails over the net.
BC will retain the possession.
So they'll bring it in. Bulldogs stay in a 5-1 box, 4-1 box, my mistake. And they find it, try to go across crease, and that hits a defender.
Locked.
Yeah, hit a shaft there. Ball goes back to Tierney, and Bulldogs have got to be careful of what they do here. They kill the penalty, and Colby Gendron's got to push it to get it over half field and get a touch. We got to count now, so he's got to get there. And it looks like the Bulldogs have called timeout here to make sure that they can retain possession. That count got down. When you start seeing the referee make his arm count, he's down to 10 seconds. and we can pick that up. But and being alerted by the guy that sees everything out in front of him, then it's going to be a difficult day. And Sean has learned how to do that a lot more effectively, and it seems to be working today. So Bedford will start off with the ball in their offensive side of the field. Dakota Clark will start at the top of the box. He still needs to get a touch.
After a 4-goal game against Sauhegan, he's looking to crack the scoreboard today.
Yes, he's been pretty effective all season long. So Colella will penetrate the box a little bit and try and get a quick slide. And I think that's what the Bulldogs are looking for. They know that slide's going to go to Clark, but they need to start moving the ball a little better on the backside, I think. So BC's keying on the two best midfielders out there, and here goes Gendron to try and penetrate. He draws two now. They got to move it. Cusack does a good job of getting it to Howe, but Howe's going to take off, and that should be a hold on that BC High player.
No call, though.
No call. Howe gets the ball over to Gendron. They converge on him quickly. So now we've got 5 Bulldogs on 2 BC High players, and BC High comes out with the ball. Amazing. So they get the ball over to the goalie on the clear. Hagen gets the ball up to number 24, Will Bowen, and he presses. And there it is. They're right back on offense. And the Bulldogs didn't even get a shot in that series. So
I don't know if you caught, but the BC defender kicked the ball out of the scrum, and it became a foot race to the out of bounds line, where they were able to pick it up.
That is a good play by any player that can get their feet on it to get it outside of where the scrum is, for sure. It looks like BC High is going to go 3-3 here, with one guy at X they're going to keep as a backup. They're going to rotate out. Bring it up to Green in the top. They find an opening, and he's wide open. Wide open.
That was Cuozzo with the goal for BC, making it 4-1 at 5:38 of the second.
So Cuozzo gets that goal, and again, we were just talking about the rotation and the recovery on the slides, and somehow he ends up all by himself. And that shot came from Charlie Pine again. Pine's been involved in the offense quite a bit today. So Lagerquist is going to pick up with his defensive partner Flynn behind the net. Flynn will keep pace with him. Get the ball over to Lagerquist, who picks up number 30, Kaczynski again, and he finds the inside again. And he was played by Gardner Gendron there. That's Andrew Helfrich. We talked about him before being on the crease. And BC scores their 5th goal of the half.
And Kaczynski again with the
Tierney's right side. They'll rotate it behind, picked up by Lagerquist. They're going to find the opening. Green was open, but he drops the ball.
But no Bedford player around there to challenge him for it.
So he'll get picked up by Gardner Gendron. Gendron breaks his stick on the check, and they find the inside again.
Another centering pass to Helfrich, I believe.
It was indeed. On the check from Gardner Gendron on the right side of the box, they rotated it back behind, and they found Helfrich. Gardner Gendron had no choice but to drop his stick. He could not get involved in that defensive part of the play afterward. Out, and now the Bulldogs are late getting in on the 3rd midfielder coming in. And BC will just rotate the ball until they get their set in place. So BC High will make a dodge. He beats Nathan Holt, and he comes right in on Tierney and scores with his left hand.
Pine just came out and beat his man and came right in on Tierney.
That was Nathan Holt's first defensive shift of the game. We haven't called his name at all today, but that was actually drill to flip the ball and get it into space. McCarthy's going to get the ball in. He'll get it over to Colton Krasinski, and he'll get the ball to Colella, who will get inside the 20 and get the touch. He finds Cusack wide open, and Jack will put it in. Great transitional offensive play by the Bulldogs there. They were very patient in getting the ball up over the field from the initial whistle. I think that's going to be a mistake.
I'm pretty sure it was 17 who got that.
Yep, it was. It was Jack Cusack who got that, no question. So Tucci makes the stretch and finally gets the face-off clean, goes to Howe, and Howe rips one. rips one 11 yards out. Great fast break play. And finally, the Bulldogs can get a string of goals here together. They might see the momentum swing. So good play by Tierney there. A couple of successive plays where Tierney came up big.
Certainly don't fault him for this game. He's been playing solid, I think.
He has. Clark gets picked up by 2 and gets the ball checked out of his stick. He was trying to roll back, but they had a defender right on top of him. Green will pick up, and he'll get to the box. He picks up Gardner Jenner, and he wants to go one-on-one. He gets a left-handed shot and scores.
Just like that.
So just like that, as Harry said, they come right back down after a good offensive play, get the ball back. Clark gets it in the box, and we're right back on our heels again.
And he just ran coast to coast.
They'll run a rotation around the backside of the crease with Colella, and Tucci will get a shot.
Tucci was waving his stick to Howe, telling him he's open.
This is a play that the Bulldogs have run several times. They ran it the other night against BG and saw success. They ran it Saturday against Souhegan and saw success, and they'll run it again here with Colella behind. And Howe will find the opposite side to Tucci, and he puts it in. He puts it in. So Howe and Tucci on the score, and again, it was to the backside of the box, away from the defensive slide. Of course, we were a man up there, so that'll go down as a face-off this time, and he'll go against Bowen. Tucci gets held on the play, and he's able to pull it back. That was a clear hold, and then he dumps Tucci. No call. Cormac McCarthy will get the ball upfield, so there's a change right there, Harry, in our favor. We got a transition ball, and then we got the ball into Colby quickly. He's going to take a shot, and he scores. So the Bulldogs finally pressing the offensive side of play, and it is paying off. Second goal straight there within a span of about 15 seconds, 20 seconds, Harry?
From 9:33 to 9:14.
Yep.
Quick math.
And Buzang gets caught in the corner with Flynn. Not a lot of choices there. But
Colella is holding on to, staying with Kaczynski as close as possible.
Exactly. So Palace gets played. They try to go inside, and they do find the net. And that's Kaczynski, the aforementioned attackman who was parked out back. He rotated up front after Palace got beat up high, and they found him on the crease. So smart lacrosse there by BC High. They were very turn possession over. So no pressure yet being called by Gerard. He's going to let Cuozzo just hang out with Colella on top of him until we get to a certain point in the clock here. So now they engage. And Buzang, my mistake, Buzang was the ball carrier there. He's still got it. Buzang finds the middle, and he gets open, and Cuozzo just basically takes one step and puts it in. And he had 2 men on him there, Harry.
I believe that was actually, I think Kaczynski got that goal.
Kaczynski, my bad. No, I had. So the Bulldogs do their job.
Ahead.
So Gendron will remain on the wing with Bowen. And Bowen this time, he crosses up, and he'll get a shot, and he scores. So where they had Bowen spread apart on all the prior faceoffs where Colby Gendron was out there, and Tucci was flipping it over to Gendron basically the last couple ones here. That's not the way you play that, but he'll get the ball over to Gardner, and Gardner will get it upfield and over to Clark. They got to get a touch here. And minute 30 left in the game, 11-5. Clark gets dumped. Bulldogs retain possession. They get it to Howe. He comes over in his left hand. He draws a defender. He gets free, gets it in his right, and scores. So Brandon Howe, all on his own there. He picked up the errant ball after Clark got dumped on his dodge. He went all the way from the far side of the field, went through X, and came back in his